Hi everybody, my name is Eric Boltjes. I'm lead game designer for Killzone Shadowfall and you're watching Eurogamer.
Hey guys and girls, Ian from Eurogamer here, and I've brought with me a huge amount of brand new Killzone Shadowfall multiplayer footage for you to drool over. This PS4 exclusive shooter is looking absolutely gorgeous in this gameplay, and there's tons here, all interspersed with an exclusive multiplayer interview with Eric Boltjes, lead game designer on Killzone Shadowfall. Take it away, Eric.
Killzone Shadowfall multiplayer, it's all about Warzones. It's a feature where you can create your own custom Warzone, your own custom game, and we're allowing the player to define what they want to play and how they want to play it. They can set up which maps they want to use, which abilities they want to use, and they can create their own kind of unique playstyle. And the cool thing about this is that once you create a Warzone, it's instantly available for everybody to browse and to join. And we as Guerrilla, we're going to actively promote custom Warzones that people have built by putting them on the front page. So we ourselves, we've created a bunch of official Warzones, but we're going to really look at the community and kind of see what people out there have created, what becomes popular, and promote that actively as well. And the person who's created that Warzone gets all the credit. We're really looking forward to listening to the community and kind of seeing what people want. You know, with allowing people to create their own Warzones, we also want to support them in what they want to build. When we launch, we won't have all the options that we can possibly get. So we're going to listen to people and say like, hey, what do you want to build? And if they tell us and we can build it into the game, we want to actively kind of promote that and release patches and have more custom Warzone options, as well as releasing a lot of other content as well. We're going to be releasing more maps. We ship with 10 maps, but we're going to be releasing a lot more. We have a dedicated team building them. And the good news is that they're all going to be free. You don't have to pay any extra, you get all maps for free.
I've been told that every weapon and attachment is going to be unlocked right at the start of multiplayer to make it easier for new players to jump into the action and not get owned by high rankers with all the best guns. Why did you decide to do this, and how are players going to get rewarded for playing well if they're not getting the normal weapon upgrades that they're used to getting from leveling up in other multiplayer FPS games?
For Killzone Shadowfall, we really wanted to make it easy for people to jump in. Right? We don't want people to grind 100 hours to kind of get that sniper rifle they want. That's all unlocked from the get-go. You can play the class, the abilities, and the different weapons that you want to play. But at the same time, we really wanted to make sure that people, we want longevity. You need to get better at the game. You need to be able to promote that. And we've created a progression system that's completely based on challenges. So rather than on XP or on experience points or on time, it's completely based on skill-based challenges. So if you're really good as a medic or as an assault, you can complete specific challenges for that and get recognition, get rank ups, and get more unlocks for the playstyle you want. So for example, if you like to revive your teammates, you have the revive ability. You can get improved versions of the revive ability by completing specific revive challenges. There's about 1,500 different challenges when we launch, and we're also going to add more after as post-launch DLC as well.
So you can use the multiplayer challenges to gain playstyle unlocks, but can you also unlock character customization elements so you can change the look of your character?
There will be more kind of what we call identity customization. What that is exactly, we're going to be talking about more later. But you'll definitely be able to boast about what kind of player you are, what kind of character you are through different things on your player card. So when you kill somebody, basically it shows the player card that you have to other people. You're going to be able to customize that, as well as other types of identity customization through the challenges.
Alpha charge has been set.
One of the things that really caught my eye in Killzone Shadowfall's multiplayer was the brutal melee kills, some of which I believe require very strict timings to pull off. Can you talk about these in more detail?
For the brutal melee system, it's tricky as a developer because it's a really cool feature. Like getting in close with an enemy and cutting their throat out or doing all kinds of cool moves with them is really cool, but we don't want to make it too easy. It should be skill-based again. So we've tried to make it a little bit more trickier. The ranges are a little bit shorter. You have to time it correctly to get it right, so that once you do it, it's really satisfying and really feels like you've dominated your enemy. At the end of a round, we have a new feature as well, which is what we call Spotlight. So the best player of both of the winning faction and the best player of the losing faction, they're getting put into part of the level, and the winner can select a specific melee move to do on him in front of everybody else. So it's kind of really like, hey, we won, dominate, kill him in lots of different cool ways that really show off how good you are.
What benefits does making Killzone Shadowfall's multiplayer on PS4 give you over the Killzone titles on the PS3?
Being a next-gen title, I mean, obviously there's the easy answers like the graphics, etc., etc. But what, for me as a game designer, what it really allows me to do is have more options available for the player. We've got more players in the game, we've got more abilities, we've also got things like offline and online bots that we can now do. There's lots of more features that we can put into the game and put into the hands of the gamers.
Finally, Eric, what would you say to those fans of previous Killzones, and especially the multiplayer aspects, to make them really excited about getting online with Killzone Shadowfall?
I would say to them, it's everything that Killzone 2 and 3 had combined and more, and now much more easily accessible, much more easy to get into, more things to master and play around with. It's a lot more, and it's a lot better on PS4.
To defend the target location. Allow no charges to be sent. Bravo has been armed by the enemy.
Thanks, Eric. Now, I'm sure you guys at home will agree that the graphics for Killzone Shadowfall are looking pretty special. But it's not just the visuals that are improved. I played a few matches on Shadowfall's multiplayer at Gamescom, and it feels so much nicer to play than previous Killzone games. The characters still feel nice and heavy, but they lack the sluggishness that got on my nerves before. And the best part is the new PS4 controller suits FPS games so much better than a DualShock 3. I always found the DualShock 3 thumbsticks felt too loose, and my fingers would constantly slip off them. With the DualShock 4 I was much more in control. It felt natural to use and it fit my hand perfectly, enhancing the immersion of Shadowfall's multiplayer experience. Which was nice because playing Killzone 3's multiplayer with a DualShock 3 often made me want to punch things. Thanks for watching, and as ever, please do click on that on-screen annotation for more exclusive gaming goodies right here on Eurogamer. I'm just going to leave that annotation hanging there while you enjoy the final bit of footage in peace. You know, just in case you want to click it, because it won't kill zone you to do it. Enjoy!